What's up, guys? It's James here from Smoking UK, where we review, communicate, and educate all things tobacco. Today, I get to revisit a cigar I fell in love with around 3 years ago, and I haven't smoked one since. And there's a reason I'm sitting down to review it now. Of course, I'm talking about the Drew Estate Tabak Especial Robusto. This is an absolutely fantastic cigar from the get-go. It's very different to the normal cigars that we normally smoke on the channel. I'm absolutely dying to get this cut and let's get it lit. So let's run the intro, let's light it up, and let's fall in love with this all over again. Run the intro.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Now, the reason I hand selected this tobacco is the surge of people after one of these at the moment is absolutely insane. It's probably one of the most recommended and one of the most requested cigars we're getting in the store at the moment. And it's understandable why. It's an absolutely great cigar. But like I said, it is very different to most of the cigars that we have on the channel for the fact that it is actually infused and it is flavored with Nicaraguan coffee. So it's almost like smoking beautiful cocoa and coffee and velvet, and it just works all together from what I can remember. Let's get it cut. I'm going to go straight in today with a straight cut. I'm going to nip the back off of there, and that cut like a knife through butter. Just quickly go on the nose. Smells absolutely divine. There's a lot of coffee. There's a lot of chocolate. For anyone who likes cereal, it almost smells like Cocoa Pops. Oh, it almost smells too good to light up. Right, let's stop messing around. Let's do a dry let's do a dry draw. Absolutely stunning. It's so sweet on the lips. This is gonna literally be like smoking a chocolate bar. The draw is really nice and open, by the way. On the push, the tobacco is really nice and compacted in there. We are getting a bounce back, and that is what we want, like we've said before on other videos. We don't want this so rammed full of tobacco that we're going to get dry problems and draw problems, and we're going to have to get the perfect draw tool out because that's just not good for anybody involved. So let's get it lit. I'm so excited for this one. Of course, it goes without saying, I'm using the Smoking Single Jet Flame torch. It's hands down one of the best torches on the market. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go get your hands on it. I love single jet flame torches. They're the greatest thing to be using when it's windy, but you can be so accurate with where you want that flame to go, especially when it comes to touching up the cigar, if you get an uneven burn. And you can take your time with the lighting process as well, which is what you should all be doing. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. Now that is a thing of beauty. That is a work of art. That is a perfect cigar and a perfect light up. And because it is infused with all those flavorings of coffee and chocolate, and you got the sweetness on your lips, you kind of lose the bitterness and the harshness that initial light up can give you. And all those flavor profiles just heighten when we're doing the retrohale, and it's so smooth to the retrohale as well. You don't get any burn across the cheeks, across the nose, or fuzziness in the head. It just works. And it's not until you sit down and you smoke the Drew Estate tobacco that makes you ponder and makes you wonder why so many people swear off infused and flavored cigars, because this tastes absolutely stunning. It's not so infused with flavors that we're losing the taste of tobacco altogether. I can still taste the tobacco very much. It's just the sweetness is on your lips, and it's almost a lingering aftertaste once it's exhaled the smoke from the mouth. It just works. Now, the thing that I've got to point out on this particular cigar as well is the presentation. I absolutely love the different shades of browns with almost like gunmetal gold on the band. That thing, especially when you see it in its black and gold box, is an absolute thing of beauty, and the presentation is absolutely stunning. A lot of people think presentation isn't an important thing, but after all, a lot of us shop with our eyes, especially when first hunting for a cigar. It's the cigar band, it's the cut of the wrapper, it's the box, it's how it all lines itself up when they're all together that gets your eye first. You don't buy a cigar that's brand new based on its flavor because you don't know what it tastes like. So the presentation is so important. And Drew Estate have really hit the nail on the head when it comes to the presentation of the tobacco. It looks mean, it looks evil, but at the same time, it looks like you want to consume it. Let's actually have a look into the actual build and the construction of this particular stick. So it being a Robusto, this is coming in at a 5x54 ring gauge. Now I mention this in every single video that has a bit of a larger ring gauge, that I absolutely love the 52s and the 54 ring gauges. Something about that particular size cigar almost becomes one with the smoker. You're not sat there with your fingers really split open like this, say if you're smoking a Texas Lancero, which is a 70 ring gauge cigar, but at the same time, it's not like you're smoking a Lancero, which is a size that I do love, that you end up pinching between two fingers because it is so skinny and it's comfortable to actually hold in between your fingers because it's so delicate and so fragile. With the 54, it just becomes one with you. It sits in your hand. You can't really feel it. It just is there. And that's why I love it so much. So with it being a 5x54, you can expect this to last you for around about 50 to 70 minutes. Of course, that all depends on how quick you smoke. I'm quite a quick smoker, so I can expect about a good solid 60 minutes out of this stick. This is technically classed as a medium-bodied cigar, but you don't really get that. I would put it on the lighter end of the spectrum when it comes to medium-bodied because it's so infused and because it is so flavoursome, because it's so sweet and smooth. It's definitely a cigar I think anybody can love, but I'll give you my overall verdict at the end of the video. So the build, we have a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper and a binder and filler of different Nicaraguan tobaccos. But what's so beautiful and what's so amazing is the Nicaraguan tobaccos using this. The coffee that it's infused with is also Nicaraguan coffee, which is some of the nicest coffee in the world. That's pretty much all I drank when I was out there earlier this year, visiting on the Tour 2024. Nicaraguan coffee is stunning. That's probably why this cigar works so well and why I personally love it so much. My favorite region for producing tobaccos, personally for me, is Nicaragua. And again, personally to me, they produce some of the best tobaccos in the world. I also love that Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. This is why I love people like Foundation cigars and other cigars that are similar, because I absolutely love the sweetness that you get from a Connecticut broadleaf. So mix in that Connecticut broadleaf with the Nicaraguan tobaccos, mixed with some of the favorite coffee that I've ever drank. This almost is the perfect cigar for me. And that sweetness just keeps on coming. So seeing as it's infused with coffee, realistically, it should pair with coffee, right? Oh, yeah. When you bring those two things together, it's probably because of the coffee that I drink. It's two different origins of coffee. So you get an almost like a layered effect. But I'm getting like a sweet caramel, especially from the sweetness on the lips that I'm getting at the cap of the cigar. I'm getting almost like a caramel, a fudge, toffee, that very sweetness and that's very sugary kind of taste. And it's hands down probably one of my favorite pairings that I've done on this channel. I'm so glad I chose to light this cigar up today. And we have a really nice burn on the go with this cigar as well. I have a slight little step here, which is very easily fixed. I'm not going to touch that up with a lighter. I'm just going to place that spit at the top of my cigar and I'm going to take a couple of puffs and that will burn itself down. Seeing as this is an open foot end of the cigar, and this is why it looks very flaky at the top, the fact that we get a really good burn just proves how good the construction of this cigar actually is. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to smoke the rest of this cigar. I'm going to bloody enjoy the rest of this cigar as well. Join me just as we take off the band, coming into the final third. I'll give you my overall verdict. I'll let you know what was good, what was bad, any transitions, what drink would I pair it with, but more importantly, what kind of cigar smoker would I recommend this cigar for, and should it be the next one on your list? Join me in a second. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We are very much underway into the final third and coming up towards the end of this cigar. And what can I say? I have fallen back in love with this cigar just like I did all those years ago when I smoked it for the first time. The flavor profiles were there throughout. They're slowly starting to die off, especially the sweetness on like the lips and on the tongue. That's kind of taken a step back with those coffee notes that we were getting all the way through is very much there. And this final third that I'm smoking at the moment is pairing absolutely beautifully with coffee, probably more now than it did earlier when we sipped it together. We've had absolutely great construction, great burn throughout, especially seeing as we started off with that open foot. The ash has fallen away perfectly. There's been no tobacco shards. It's been an absolutely great all-round cigar, and I completely understand why so many people smoke this cigar now. And I'm not a massive infused and flavored cigar smoker, but this I would put in my top 10 cigars of all time, and slowly becoming one of my favorite cigars that we've reviewed on this channel to date. Who would I recommend it for? I personally think anyone can enjoy the cigar, whether you've smoked a cigar before or you've never smoked a cigar in your life. If you were going to smoke it and you've never smoked a cigar before in your life, make sure you definitely eat beforehand, because it's not the lightest cigar you could start your cigar journey on. But if you just wanted to dabble, whether it was a wedding, an anniversary, special occasion, I genuinely think you could really like this cigar. It's really light throughout. This final third does ramp up a little bit, so the only part of the cigar that you might not enjoy is this final bit, because those sweet notes, like I said, have died back a little bit. But I've known people who've used this for their first cigar they ever smoked, and they're still smoking cigars now, and this is the cigar that got them into the whole cigar scene. If you've been smoking cigars for a while and you fancy something really different compared to every other cigar on the market, again, I think you're going to absolutely love it. I think you could smoke it any time of the day, in the morning with a coffee, after lunch, like what I'm doing here, or an after dinner smoke. I personally had this for the first time as my Christmas dinner smoke, had my Christmas dinner, and I had that for dessert, and it was absolutely beautiful. So I think anybody could enjoy the cigar. So that's it, guys. That's the Drew Estate Tabak Oscuro Robusto in a nutshell, in one video of me rediscovering just how amazing this cigar is. I want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. It has been absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that I get to bring you along with me on the journeys of rediscovery. Of course, it goes without saying, hit that subscribe button. Last week we hit 1.4 thousand subscribers, and we've done that with all your amazing people's help, and we wouldn't have been able to do it as quick as we have done it without you. So of course, hit that subscribe button if you've never been here before. Enable your notifications. We post full content twice a week, 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, 7 o'clock on a Friday, and we post over on our shorts every single day without fail. You can expand your tobacco knowledge tenfold just by following us and hitting that subscribe button, and you're going to appreciate these products just that little bit more. Of course, it goes without saying as well, go follow us on social media. I'll leave the links in the description below to our Facebook and our Instagram. Again, we're posting every single day over there, from competitions, giveaways, promos, how-tos, industry insights, cigars, pipes, snuffs, tobaccos, you name it, we've got it. And like I just said, you're going to expand your tobacco knowledge tenfold by following us over there, and you're going to appreciate these products just that little bit more. So I've been James. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey, and welcome to the new era of smoking. Catch you in the next video.